How did the game begin? It began with the London Pirates putting a bit of pressure on in the first couple of minutes of this one. And early on, 8 minutes into the match, and Ngobe, straight up, penalty, no doubt. Referee has no question.
Yeah, he has no question. It's pretty clear. Even Ngobe, he knew himself, you know, because you're right-footed, you're on the left side, and he's just lunging in there. Quality penalty take from De Jong. Cool, come and collected, picks his spot and announces
He didn't
himself.
last the whole 90 minutes, though, De Jong. He gets to start today, taken off at half-time. Should we read anything into that?
I don't think we should really read too much into it. Probably the coach has been saying, we've been injecting you as a sub. Let's start you and see how you behave, how you work. And probably because De Jong isn't one that plays with speed. And clearly, coach takes him out to say, let's bring in other players that can play with so much, because he retains possession. And for a team that wanted to score more goals against CTM, he wasn't really saying, let's run the team down.
I think just to add on that, coach, I think if then you don't have speed, you have someone like him that has game intelligence speed. Is that one person that is able to identify the game with speed within the game. So I might as not be quick as Moremi, but I can see certain moments that I can arrive there breaking the line. So that's why also it brings in a different dimension. All of us, we can't be speedy. Need that one that's able to see certain moments. And he's got that. And I saw that in a couple of instances whereby you twin up with Mbetuma. So now it means you have more numbers in the box, and then now you have more threat, where at times whereby you see all the time Pirates are trying to do a cutback. But if then you have two people that have aerial presence, now it means you have more also options when you get outside the box, unlike having to wait for people to come in to add the numbers in the box.
Now you also saw the man of the match, Mbata. The goal, initially we thought it was his, but it looks like those in the know have said, no, Mbata, we feel like the shot wasn't going on target, and we're not going to award this goal to you guys. Let me think, and you guys give me a perspective. When this ball comes back out, Mbata pulls the trigger.
Poor clearance from the defender. First step, that's what is a poor clearance. It keeps the attack very much alive. But if then you don't press the box and you don't even identify those moments, as Mbata says, number 8, he moves from a 6th position to a number 8 position, whereby now he can be in a striking zone. And I think for me, how then it's going to goal post. It's going there. So yes, I mean, it hits the opponent.
Let's look here.
As
he hits this,
it's on target.
I don't know.
It's on target. Okay, look at the standing of the goalkeeper.
I don't know.
Look at the standing of the goalkeeper.
When that ball leaves that last replay,
that last standing of the goalkeeper.
I think it's going wide to the right.
I think it's getting there. I think it was going to be a cracker.
Huh?
Nah, I don't think it was going to be a goal so much.
But guys, if you don't shoot,
it's going to miss on the right, Villa.
If you don't shoot on target, okay, let's say target is going the other way.
It was missing on the right.
Going on target. That guy was in line with the target.
No, pega
that guy. Tell me that guy which is out of line.
Look here.
Pause.
He's in line with the target.
However, because we know how Mbata is able to strike those, it could have changed direction slightly.
Maybe.
But it could have maybe changed direction slightly because we've seen him hit those. But it wasn't going directly straight. However, if you don't take shots at goal, ama deflection don't happen, ama own goal don't happen, and that's what Mbata does, which is something that he needs to do regularly. Put yourself in areas, especially when you're playing with De Jong, because De Jong packs all the players, brings back those passes for you to take a shot.
In just over 15 minutes, Pirates are 2-0 up, and it looked like it was potentially going to be a long day at the office and maybe even a big scoreline if Pirates continued to cause that kind of pressure on Tshakhuma. However, then this happens, and the man of the match, Mbata, he is the one that gives away the free kick, and we'll talk about how the goal eventually happens. Should Mbata not give this free kick away here? Is he supposed to do more?
What's disappointing for me, like, it's his intensity going to the ball. He's jogging. There's no sense of emergency there. That's why also he leaves the leg over there. For me, if then he went with aggression and a better defending skills that he has as a number 6, I think he would have won the ball much better. But it's the intensity to the wall, the question of the wall being higher, and at the same time, because of, I look at the central defenders are not even picking anyone there in the central corridor. So what are you defending? It's because of, you could be adding that height to the wall so that it has more height, and also the shuffling. the shuffling for me is questionable for him.
So we look at the wall there, 3 players in it. It goes over the 3 players, finds the corner of the net. Melisi Buthelezi is the man starting in goal today. And the last time he played was in September in the Champions League against Dioli from Lesotho. So he has not got too much time in goals for Orlando Pirates. Is there something to speak about in terms of that with that goal going in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I come from a school of saying that when the free kick is on the edge of the box, it means your wall is inside the box. You don't put nothing less than 4 players on the wall.
There were the 3 there.
There were only 3. And kuleyo 3, ubegu Van Rooyen ulingana namu Van Rooyen 158 meters tall. So can you just imagine? He's not blocking a target lapaya. That distance tells you, Guti, a free kick taker is going to go directly and hit the target. If he was further out, he was maybe going to cross it. Now, you'll see the 6-7 players, the Pirates, that are standing there. If you put Van Rooyen there, put him as a flyer on the far end where he can run onto, but put 4 players so that you can put a player that is there, and when that player is there, it means they're going to be standing like this. This player here should be tall as well, because if that player is not tall there, it means you can pick your spot, because look at what happens. And uchampile kancane Van Rooyen, but still, that goes, look at him. If you pause it there, look at Van Rooyen. And also what makes it difficult is that there's 2 players in front of the wall, Tshakhuma, that are split open. When they open there, it means it's a tactic.
Yeah.
If you put the 4th player by easy, there. Uyambona Van Rooyen ukuphi?
Yeah.
Van Rooyen ulingana nam. Maungabeka umbatha laphayana, he's going to hit that ball.
But also, Coach, nangu Mbetuma lapaya, marking nobody.
Absolutely.
So, put Mbetuma also join the wall Van Rooyen corner, so you have more height now.
Exactly.
So it means even go even further higher.
Yes.
And you were even speaking about having someone on the post, because at this point there is no one standing on that post. Would you put someone there?
On the post, what do you mean?
Well, standing on the inner post there. No?
So on the inner post, you would, the person that you put on the inner post, you put a player that is outside of the post, which means agavalangi pal, because if you put 5, you ubega Van Rooyen ungambeka lapaya, then you put the tall people that are there, so that if he hits the tall people there, it goes high or they flick it. If he goes further, the goalkeeper makes a save. So the way I'm good enough.
Who sets the wall?
It's the goalkeeper himself, because he knows his abilities, and in terms of training, goalkeeper coach angaza 4, but guna set piece specialist, and that's where you put reminders in the change room to say, remember, when it's a free kick like this, don't forget Sbusiso, Simpiwe, Thomas, Nimala. If the changes come, you'll see the assistant coach will come and show you and remind you, when you come on, you're going to replace this player. Why
are you so passionate here? Because your passion just went up when you had to describe
When
this.
it comes to details of the set pieces, it's my passion as well when it comes to that, because I know that set pieces can win you games and they can make you lose games as well. So it's important for you to make sure, when you say you're a team that is at the top, you don't give teams a chance. They must know Bunzimuk score a set piece against Pirates.
Because Namang understand, because we still have Mpo as a centre back who's got height. First and priority, first and foremost, you need height in that wall. It's going straight towards you. Because of the height Van Rooyen,
Van Rooyen is 158 meters. Ulingana nam. Is lingana ne corner flag mina nice. Bafishani ngaleonje.
So you height.
Are you really taking away Ngobe's fantastic strike there?
No, we're not at the same time. Smart of him also to identify with this wall, I can go above it, especially using Van Rooyen. Smart of him. So it's just corrections in between. We're not taking away from
the 2 that split there made it difficult for
Because remember, Ngobe went and made a penalty on the other side. Now he needed also to redeem himself with this beautiful free kick.
And he did redeem himself. 2-1 is how we go into the halftime break. That conversation now and the halftime break you would imagine, being one where Coach Wadu wasn't excited about what he had seen, and he moved to make changes immediately.
Yeah, you would have wanted that. You would have wanted a reaction and saying, that wasn't a better performance from the first half, which is why they've conceded. I needed to put a bit of fresh legs, people who are very much hungry because of the games are coming thick and fast, and it's more now getting to that expectations, having to get the guys ready. Also, again, this reminds me of Nemtajela at Orlando Stadium, having to find himself in this position. He missed this opportunity. He finds himself again in this opportunity.
But what this already told us second half is that there's going to be more running, more energy, and the opportunities are going to come. That one there, Nemtajela couldn't put away, but it was seconds later before the goal came.
Absolutely. Composure. Remember, he's an 8. He's used to making those passes, but now his role is changing slightly where he's becoming an attacking midfield.
Mbata starts it. Here he is, the man of the match, starting things up.
This is what I miss from him. Remember even the first half and saying those progressive passes to find the 10. He finds the person in the right places because they've been asking for the ball in those 10 moments. And Tito arrives in those moments, and that's where he thrives and is very progressive. And for me, he's able to attack space there. Give and go from Mbetuma. Slightly look at that pass for Mbetuma. No, by Anghaming Makisa to hit defender. Let the defender be alone. I turn up, put him through, back and forth, put him through, 1-2, perfect finish.
Literally the first touch of the second half. He just come on, had Tito Musangwani, and that's now 7 goals he's scored in the Nedbank Cup. So he is a man with an eye for goal in Orlando Pirates colours in this tournament, and he continues that with that finish to get Pirates into the position of being safe. But still more was wanted, and still more changes took place, and another sub would then come on and score another goal for Orlando Pirates. But let's take you through some of the more moments of this one and see what happened next. So here we go. Pirates were looking for that 10, Shorty. Yeah. And Mohale said no.
And Mohale says no because of his positioning as well. And for me, it's when do you take a shot? Are you in the box to take a shot? Are you in the box to make a pass? Are you in the box to, make a cross? This was a good shot. On another day, it just goes underneath the ikwapa, le goalkeeper, lack of an English word, and then it goes, because he strikes it so well. And now you can see there's more runs, there's more passes, defense splitting passes that are going in at this moment. Well, nasi striker like telling Gwamsizo shooting Mbutuma wenzini.
I see Mohale save, you seeing Mbutuma?
I see Mbutuma Messia. Already the run is so good. Now the ball comes with pace. You just have to let the inside of your foot control it to the other side. There's no need for another touch.
Sibele could have just said Shia.
But doing a striker, then I trust my instincts that I'm going to kill it off. Then so Kuluma changing room, I should have sheared. But now you should have sheared.
There was a brilliant save though, and this was that save as Mohale kept his team from a massively embarrassing scoreline. Top save.
Top save, and this is what I'm talking about. When Pirates was piling up the pressure to come through, now Ulebohang is very strong. He's heated up, and look at the numbers also in the box. Now ETTM, they don't know where to go because the Pirates players are in staggered positions. Nobody's standing in the same line. They don't know where to pick up. Now, being amateur of TTM, this is now you were starting to see it because they're running to the same place and all of that. The goalkeeper had to make that save because that was going to be a brilliant goal from Utito.
Sipombule comes on 60th minute. And then the finish. Hey, he absolutely pulls the trigger on this one. That's his first goal of the season in all competitions for the Master Chef. And what a good goal it is.
It's a good goal, but you look at the combinations and amongst themselves, the passing line, the back foot, and then forward sees the space. I think the thrashing inside the goalpost for me, it's amazing because of he thrives to be in this moment. Look at him having to scan the back foot, put it to space. Beautiful execution. I think also you needed him to score this kind of goals just to boost his confidence because of, as I say, now it's going to a stretch for Orlando Pirates. You need players to be at the level whereby when we do these rotations, they're able to pick themselves and say, I'm raising my hand, coach, I'm available.
Confidence for the Master Chef is important, not just the goal for Orlando Pirates to make it 4, but important for the Chef.
Important for the Chef. They actually improved these numbers because if you look at shots on target, 12, which means also in the second half, those changes made these stats a bit better because they were no longer going wide. They were playing from the midfield because of those changes that came in. That was good of Paris to pick it up because it would have been disaster really to just win by 1-0 or 2-1 against a TTM where they have so much quality compared to TTM.
Well, the finalists from last year in the Nedbank Cup are through.